How's it going? Welcome to the Midday Show with Apollo. We're coming to you live from Instagram. I'm your host, Justin Warner, and of course, our co-host, Apollo the Wolf. On today's show, we have Madison Tweet from Advising Department. Please welcome Maddie. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hello.
Let me get my note cards ready. Maddie, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
We have collected copious amounts of questions for you so we can know more about your department. So, you ready to get started?
I am.
Awesome. First question, how can I find out who my advisor is?
Alright, so you can find out who your advisor is through eWolf. So like we talked about, when you go on to eWolf, you can go into Degree Check, which is one of the little green circles. And on there, it'll say who your advisor is. And it'll say, like, my name is Madison Tweet, so it'll say I'm assigned to me. And you guys all may have different advisors, but you can click directly on that and it'll email your advisor. So you can email them directly. We usually recommend calling our front desk to schedule appointments, but you can email us through that. And some people aren't assigned advisors just depending on how many credit hours you have, if you're a visiting student. And so usually what we do is we want you to come by our office and actually schedule and set up a time to actually get assigned an advisor.
I know on Degree Check it actually shows how many credits you have left for the rest of the semester, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Correct, but it's better to do it.
Yes, yep, it'll show all of your classes and where they apply, but we do want to come in and actually talk about what that all means and everything.
Awesome. Next question, why should I make an appointment with my advisor?
So, I mean, we're really cool. I think we're pretty cool today. I brought Mayday treats for my whole office.
Did you really? What are
Yes.
those?
Oh my gosh, I can't go into Mayday, but Mayday, you bring Mayday baskets
Okay.
for your friends. But we want you to come visit with us for a lot of reasons, but main reasons are academic planning. We do want you to come talk to us, make sure you're on the right track, make sure you're in the right program,
Of course.
make sure you're taking the right classes, have the right prerequisites, because that's a huge thing that we see is students don't have the correct prerequisites for their courses.
Right.
So we want to make sure you're coming in and actually discussing through that. And also other things. It doesn't have to be academic related. If you feel like you're struggling in this class or if you feel like you're struggling at home, we want to talk about that. We want to get you connected with the resources that we have in our office, but we also have on our campus as well.
So it seems like there's a lot to talk about.
There's a
during,
lot.
Which takes about 30 minutes, correct?
Yes, we do 30-minute appointments, and most students schedule more than one every semester.
So what about drop-in advising then?
Alright, so drop-in advising a little bit different. So that's a 15-minute, very, very quick appointment. Those are really meant for things that need to be dealt with then and there, which a lot of people think that their situation is a then and there situation, but most of the time we do need that 30 minutes, but 15 minutes so we can look at, you know, a quick question like I can't figure out why I can't schedule this course or why it's not working or I'm getting a prerequisite error.
Right.
We can look into that. We can also talk about, you know, how to sign up for that specific course if you already know what classes you're wanting to take, or just discussing like this is how you get your next appointment with your advisor, or quick questions about, you know, coming to Front Range. So we can do that over 15 minutes. We are limited, so every day we have different hours in which we do drop in advising, so it is important that you stop by or call to get that information.
So you know, that's perfect.
Yep.
Next question, how do you set up placement testing?
Alright, so placement testing. So that's another thing that you're going to find in eWolf, which is your student portal. That's something that we want you to do through Navigate, which is a new program on our campus.
Okay.
And in there you'll have a to-do list, which has a bunch of other things that you can do. So you can do a career assessment on there, but there's some to-do lists like signing up for orientation if you need to do that. But one of them is complete the new student placement form. And so we want our students to do that prior to actually taking the placement test, which is our AccuPlacer test, because there may be some things that can exempt you from having to actually take the placement test. So when we got jobs here, I took the placement test, so that was a lot of fun. So I get to know what you guys have to do. Yes,
So
as
you know the
students.
test better.
I don't know the test better, but I know how to take it.
Does
Yes.
it change?
It does,
each year?
yep. Yep. So we want you to take those tests because that's what places you into math or English.
Right.
And what we do usually recommend, and so does the testing center, so you would go into the testing center and you need about 1 to 2 hours to take each section.
Okay.
So we want to make sure you do that, but they are open every day except for Sundays, but check their hours. They have them online on their website as well.
I know, real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm taking English 122 next semester.
Yes.
Over the summer, I have to take the placement test for 121.
Yes.
So I'm able to do that.
Exactly.
Interesting. Well, perfect. Next question.
All right.
Does GPA transfer over from previous schools?
So yes and no, very ominous question
Yes.
or answer. So yes, they do count towards your GPA if the classes count towards your degree. So like for me, I transfer credit from my school back in Iowa, and so if I'm looking at my degree check, it'll show English 121A, English 122A. So those credits that apply to your specific degree will go towards your GPA. But if you're taking underwater basket weaving, modern dance, art that doesn't apply to your degree, then they won't count towards your GPA.
Right.
So it's really the classes that come in and actually transfer in. And we don't take in any D's or F grades here, so C and above is what we'll transfer in. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So we won't take some of those classes that maybe, you had a bad semester and they were at
Second
that
chance
school.
to do that.
Yep, second chance.
Awesome.
Sure.
What is the difference between advising and career counseling?
So advising, we're again just all the stuff that we've gone over. Obviously, that's a lot, but we do more of the academics and the placement and making sure you're in the right classes and making sure everything's on track. So we're more on the academic side of things.
Right.
Career counseling, they work with both students and alumni, and they're working on more of the career placement, resume building. And we do also have, so if you don't know what you want to do necessarily, we want you to come in and talk with one of our career counselors as well, because they can look at some different options for you to explore some different areas. Yeah, for sure. And we have a plethora of assessment testing, not the assessment testing we talk about. Yes, different placement testing, but some assessments that we can have you take to further get you into certain areas. So like I've done a bunch of these tests because I still don't know. I'm
Right.
still wandering on what I want to do forever, but. We can work with Becca on that, and I know she's coming next week.
And she's career counseling.
Yes, so Becca Kronebitter will be here next week, so you guys can learn all more about our career counseling.
Perfect.
office. Yeah.
Well, awesome. That is all we have for you today. So
Awesome.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Real quick announcement. First off, we have the new Student Org Suite, the SOS. This is where we're currently filming it. It's updated, so if you want to come check that out in the next 2 weeks, please do. Also, for finals week, we do have some new stress reliever, activities, as I've been told. So we have stress relief activities just to relax right before finals. So come check those out next week. And that is it. Remember to like us and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, FRCC Larimer Student Life. And join us next Wednesday, 3 p.m.